Episode 19. Is that weird? Bonus. Greetings, folks. So the audio now has bonus. Greetings, folks. Welcome to episode 19 of BLIPcast, the Boring Lives of Interesting People podcast. Yo soy Daniel.
Okay. 私の名前は well, I can't really... Katie, Lady Laumes, Kaos with the K, Mezmiro, the 21st, PhD, aka the new little K.
Oh, I forgot about the last one. It's been a bit, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, we're almost at 20, Katie. That seems strange.
It does seem strange, especially because it's so late in the year, because we skipped so many episodes.
See, if we were to be doing this every week, we'd be in the 30s, so we're not that far off, I guess. We're like halfway through where we should be. How many weeks in a year? 52?
Yeah, 52.
Yeah, so
we're hitting the middle of the year, because the 21st is the... Yeah.
26. So, yeah, okay. We're off by 7. Let's just do 7 this week. One a day.
That's a lot.
That is a bit. That's too many. What'd you do last night? I slept. What'd you do? I also slept.
Whoa.
Thanks. See y'all next time, tomorrow.
I was going to say we could name it the Dreamcast, because we could talk about our dreams, but that's a game system. That would be copyright infringement, I'm pretty sure.
I don't give a fuck anymore. Well, the Sega console thing is dead.
Yeah.
And now everyone's worried about a camera spying on them, or if they can exchange games to one another, something like that.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to buy the Xbox One anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
That seems such a weird way for them to go, and then PS3 to be like, we're going to give you a game system. And they're just like, cool.
Yeah.
Like, fans like, sweet, we can hold on the games with each other? Cool.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm proud.
I saw something regarding, like, the reaction to the Wii U following all this. What happened with, like, E3 that made it worthy of talking about again?
I don't know.
All right, well, I thought you followed this stuff.
You had not really.
Your video game thing that's on our description is you're the video game girl.
And I'm probably gonna get a PS4, but I can't bring myself to care because there's so much game news that is just like, you can fight amongst yourselves. I don't really care as long as you give me good games in the end.
You're not doing your show over the summer, so what's the latest in game news? Give me something, because I feel real out of the loop, except for, like, banter on Facebooks and Twitters.
Kingdom Hearts is getting revamped. They're like releasing all the content that they never released to the US that was released in Japan in a big giant thing called Kingdom Hearts 1.5, and it's got all the games that they made for like the Game Boy and everything in between 1 and 2. So it's 1 plus the half. 1.5.
They're really good at math in Japan.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. There are a couple other games that dropped recently. Last of Us, it's like a zombie game for the PS3. It's supposed to be amazing, and I was watching part of a playthrough of it. It's so sad.
They're puppies?
No.
Okay, I don't care then. That's the only thing that it can be sad.
But what about kittens?
Kittens can also be sad, yes. Kittens. Yeah, they can be sad, I suppose. But I, for some reason, went to puppies. What's so sad about it?
Spoilers. Like the next 10 seconds. The little girl in the beginning dies, and it's actually really sad, even though it only takes like a minute or so for them to develop like what's going on. It hits you. I was like, oh. Usually I don't care about children dying. I know it sounds terrible, but
sure. Media children, or like, fictional media things.
Yeah.
Meh. You detach that it's fiction, so. But
yeah.
This for some reason hit you.
Yeah. Probably because it was zombies and I was already scared, and therefore in an emotionally vulnerable state, and then, yeah.
So now you have an emotion triggered for children, now you want to have like 100 kids.
No.
Okay, cool. You're going to start Katie Lady's Baby Farm. Katie Baby Farm.
Katie Baby Farm.
Katie, I had a really awkward exchange with a customer at work the other day.
Okay.
All right, so I don't know if you know this. I'm just going to tell you the story. So this lady came in, and she was being kind of a pain in the ass. And one of my coworkers warned me about her. And she needed help out to her car, so I helped her out. And as I finished helping her, I grabbed the cart and I was like wheeling it back. And she's like, "Hey, is there a Mikuni sushi place around here?" And I was like, "Yeah, over by Whole Foods or something." She's like, "Oh, that's right." But she's like, "Oh man, but it's grad weekend." everything's probably insane. So I told her, I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't touch McCooney's or anywhere downtown for like the entire weekend. And then after that, I laughed incredibly hard at this woman. I was just like, I'm sorry. And I stopped like that quick because I realized how weird it was. That's because in the small group of friends I'm usually hanging out with, Ryan and all them, McCooney's is some weird code for my vagina.
Oh.
So like think of touch McCooney. Just
Okay,
that phrase, touch
yeah.
McCooney. So I said to this woman, I wouldn't touch McCooney or anywhere downtown for the weekend. And saying I wouldn't touch McCooney just made me laugh like an idiot at this woman. And she was just like, okay, and just like backed away. So it was incredibly awkward, but she has no idea why.
That's awesome.
So that was the peak of my work week for like the last 2 weeks. What have you been up to?
It's a good peak.
Pointy peak.
I've honestly just been working. I went and saw Superman early though on Thursday.
I'm sorry. What movie?
Superman, Man of Steel.
Oh, that one. Yes. Okay. I didn't know there was a new Superman movie.
Yeah.
For the Man of Steel though.
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
It's a lot better than the first one.
See,
the one that
Superman
we watched
Returns?
together.
Oh, the very first one, the Christopher Reeve one, the one that moved like a snail with a cape on it.
Yeah, the one that we stopped watching halfway through.
But kept going.
Well, yeah, I mean it was going in the background, but you were speaking in a really bad British accent. And
Was that that night?
That was that night.
Oh, okay. Was that the British? Not British.
The one where
Stephen
you.
Wilson?
Yeah, it was Stephen Wilson's
yes.
voice over Tom Hiddleston's face, and you just kept like looking at all his pictures and like, oh, that was a good night. Anyway, yeah. So, spoilers, I guess.
Spoilers for Man of Steel.
I'll put like flashing letters. Okay, so they changed the story completely. It's supposed to be a remake, right?
Is this a sequel to Superman Returns from like 5 years ago or
I
whatever?
have no idea. I didn't see that one.
Okay.
But I think it's a remake because they go through the entire Krypton scene, but they make it a lot more exciting.
And it has
'Cause
Russell Crowe, right?
And it has Russell Crowe.
That's great.
Yeah.
Is he singing in a monotone?
pretty good. No.
Superman, you are my child. I love you. I will send you into space because Krypton's dying.
At least he didn't warble, though.
Oh, Superman.
Although, warbling and monotony, that'd be kind of... song title?
Or the title of this episode, because
Okay, warbling and monotony.
Warbling monotony?
Warbling in monotony.
Warbling and monotony. All right, cool. Anyway. Krypton.
So, like, they change it to a story about one of the Kryptonite people? Kryptonians, I think that's what they're called.
That's the one.
And he's like a warrior guy, and he like tries to take over the state. He comes in and like shoots a whole bunch of people because they're having a meeting or something. And anyway, so they send him out to space in an attempt to say, "Fuck you guys, we're right and you're wrong." But then it ends up like saving them because their planet blows up instead of like the sun blowing up this time. And then Superman gets shot to Earth, and he does his thing, and and then Zod like finds him because Superman finds that one thing that came to Earth like 18,000 years ago or something.
Jesus.
The thing that talks to him, his father sent the message in the thing that went with him to Earth because it had like the S on it, and he's like, "This means hope, because you're Superman."
Sorry. Nope. Okay.
It's
pod.
Huh?
His pod he flew in? I don't know.
His pod?
I'm lost.
His father.
Yeah, but didn't he come to the Earth in a pod? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, he was shot to Earth in a pod,
Okay.
but that's not what he found. There was like some sort of exploration vessel that was planted there 18,000 years ago because they were apparently like super advanced, and he found it and he like put his Superman symbol in the slot and pushed it in. There's a lot of phallic imagery in that movie. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so he pushed it in and his father appears and he's like, "I'm your daddy. I'm gonna show you some stuff with some cool like moving metallic stuff in the background."
Cool. Sounds like a Windows like screensaver.
It is. And
Yes, it is, Daniel.
I don't know. The rest of the movie is basically like Transformers without the robots.
Oh, then what's the point? So it's just Shia LaBeouf running around screaming? That'd be the
No,
worst movie.
no, it's just a lot of explosions and a lot of things getting torn apart, and it's the entire thing is basically a battle. It's kind of annoying.
Oh, that's
And
a bummer.
Also, there is absolutely no romantic tension between Lois and Superman, and then they just kiss at the end, and it's awkward.
So there isn't even like a I know what color your underwear is thing like in the first one?
No,
Because that would have been funny, I think, if they came back to.
they're
Who
just
is Superman in this? Because I don't know who this man is. The
um.
actor. I know Russell Crowe's in it, but that's it. Because he's always fighting around the world.
I don't remember what his name is.
You said he's dreamy.
He's dreamy, but he's not. I don't know. Like
But
he's kind of like that classically attractive sort of guy.
Okay.
It's I don't know.
okay, he's got like the Cary Grant parted hair.
No.
Does he have hair like Christopher Reeve had in the other one, where it's like?
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
For some reason, I've always associated like Cary Grant and like old actors.
Oh. I don't know.
That's my own deal, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's entertaining. It would probably be good for a kid to see, but it's not. I didn't like it. A lot of other people liked it though. A lot, probably because it was so much better than the other ones.
When expectations are low, you can't help it.
Yeah.
I'll come back to that maybe later regarding something else.
Okay.
Katie, I also saw a movie.
Brave.
Yes, I did. I watched Brave. I, like a normal adult, grabbed some beers and watched it alone in here.
Of course.
Because my mom's like, you have to watch this. It has bears.
Mhm.
I like bears. I'm very pro bear. And I watched it, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't that into it. I mean, I found their accents kind of distracting. Like, I kept thinking the father was Shrek. And then, like, for some reason, even though I like the stand-up comedy of Billy Connolly,
Mhm.
and even though he's not Scottish, Eddie Izzard,
Yeah.
I can still follow them, even
Yeah.
though they're talking really fast.
Right.
For some reason, I just couldn't focus on what they were saying.
Really? Okay.
It wasn't completely connected to the beer I was having. But, you know, I'm thinking about watching it again just so I can
Yeah.
get it, but I've been told it's not like a rewatch one.
I can't imagine it would be. I liked it. I thought it was cute, you know, in a Disney sort of way. But yeah, I can see why you wouldn't be all that interested in it.
The three kids weren't really entertaining. Like, they're like, oh,
No.
they turned into little bears. I'm like, okay, because they first show up and like, oh, those little kids are annoying. Then they're little
Yeah.
annoying bears.
Yeah.
But I thought the bears looked really, really cool. And
Yeah.
this is gonna sound oddly specific and weird, but the water looked amazing.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
they've got the CGI thing down where it's just like, I just want to be a CGI bear and frolic in the water. It's like so beautiful. Like, I got distracted by it. I was like watching her fish, and I'm just like, fuck that water.
Yeah.
I wasn't high. I was drunk. I wasn't drunk. I had a couple. Pre-buzzed.
It's the best way to watch Disney movies.
Yep. Got Cars queued up for later to get drunk too.
Mm-mm.
That's false. I have no interest in watching Cars.
Me neither.
I like the fact that George Carlin's in it in theory, but I don't want to see him being like, "What are you doing there, space car?" What the fuck the name?
Space car.
What's I'm assuming it's some like it's like Zip.
Probably.
Fuck, that'd be stupid. If I'd hate myself if I guessed it right. Zip. Motorcycle outside.
Vroom vroom.
What if that's picking up on the mics at all?
I don't know. Probably not.
Okay, what else have you?
What else have I? I had something. I don't remember what it was. Oh! I may have figured out the problem with my whole, like, head thing. Explodey head, if you want to call it that.
I do want to call it that.
So, I believe I was taking antibiotics the last 2 years of high school.
Okay.
And I was taking antibiotics recently when I got vertigo. And I think that the incidents are connected.
So your body is so pro bodies that it's like, you want to give us antibodies? I'm going to make you fall down.
Basically.
That's not good.
Yeah. My mom thinks it's an allergic reaction to it, so
Could be.
I'm going to break out like crazy, but at least I won't be falling down all the time. Yeah.
That's a difficult one. Pimples.
Or death.
Daniel. Pimples. Crashing
Pimples
your
or
car.
death.
Crashing your car.
Yeah.
So I vote not crashing your car and stuff. So
Yeah.
that's something.
Same.
Katie, I started applying for like real life jobs, and by I started applying, I mean I applied for one that I'm not technically qualified for, but I just threw my resume and shit at them just to see what happened.
Yeah.
A local radio station around here, 98 Rock,
Oh yeah.
is hiring a nighttime person and a. Fuck, I don't even remember that half the title. It was like nighttime talents and digital services specialist or something. Like night talent, sure.
That's the best. Oh my god.
Technically, I could be on the air. I meet the qualifications. I've had a minimum of 3 on-air years of experience. The other half, I don't even understand what the title is. They really only talk about the on-air portion of it.
Right.
And they just assume that you know what the other one is. So I looked it up, and it sounds like I'd be making like on-air commercials, which I did for CPR when I interned there. But then there's some other aspect to it that I just don't even understand. But I applied anyway. Fuck it. You know, the worst they can do is like interview me and just have it be awkward.
Yeah.
But what being kind of weird about it is it was an online thing, and they wanted you to upload like a sample of your on-air abilities plus like some of your work as far as like, you know, audio commercial stuff. So I uploaded a couple of my most ridiculous KSSU commercials. Like KSSU DJs, listeners, you may know the pool party one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent them that one. And I sent them the Zaction one.
Oh my god.
Which technically are examples of my proficiency on the program. However, they're fucking ridiculous. One sounds like a motocross one. The other was just like this unbelievable insanity.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had these cues up to send them as well as some on-air stuff. And their fucking website for what's supposed to be a digital services representative, blah, blah, blah thing would not take any sort of files. I was able to upload my resume, and when it was like, oh, you can also upload MP3s here, we do not support that format. What about WMAs? Yeah, you can. We don't support that format. So it just would let me upload any audio.
Wow.
So
okay.
I put a note in my cover letter that's like, I would be gladly able to send samples of my work since I kept getting this error, quote unquote.
Right.
Not able to take it if given a provided email. Haven't heard anything back. Probably won't.
Oh my god.
But it was just like Dano versus technology.
Right.
And the job is for technology, and technology's like, nah.
Well then.
Technology won this one. I may re-up another application anyway, just see what happens. But
that's messed up.
Yeah, so that was a night of fun the other night, and came to that.
Well, that's exciting.
Do you have much else?
No. No, actually, those are my only 2 things.
What do you have to teach us this week then?
I am going to teach you how to say paper. And
Paper! I did it! Show's over. Thank you for watching. Listening.
In French, it's le papier.
Le papier?
And...
I got that one right?
Yes, you got that one right. Yes. And in Japanese, it's kami.
Kami?
Uh-huh. But that also means hair. And it also...
This is your head paper.
And it also means God.
Paper is God hair.
They all have different kanji, though, so it's not really the same word.
Kanji?
But
What's that?
That's like the really fancy... It looks like Chinese, but it's not.
That's racist.
No, it's accurate, because because I'm not going to say they stole the language. The language was given to them by the Japanese, and then like the other 2 languages, hiragana and katakana, were kind of developed at a later time.
What are they called?
Hiragana and katakana?
Can you say that slow?
Hiragana, katakana.
Okay, I was wondering if it's one of those things where you can't say it slow.
What?
I don't know.
And I have one fact about paper, because I was really tired.
The fact is, Katie's tired. That's paper.
Yep. In order to be called paper, the object must... Well, not the object. The object made out of wood and shit must weigh less than 224 grams. Above this, it's considered cardboard.
What is photo stock?
Well, it would be less than 224 grams, I guess. Because it's still considered paper.
Oh, okay.
So I guess there's like varying degrees
card
of...
stock. Or like photo.
Maybe it's like 223.5 and they just...
Okay. Well, Katie, for this week's recommendation of the shows, I want to say week because it's not though. For this time's recommendation, I have an album by my favorite band ever, Black Sabbath. This is 13. Look at the cool thing if you can on the video, and Look, it's like the 13th on fire.
Shiny.
It is 3/4 of the original lineup and the drummer from Rage Against the Machine for some reason. And it is good. I had incredibly low expectations for it because they're all like almost 70, and Ozzy sounds like a robot when he sings now. Tony Iommi legitimately has cancer and it's dying.
Oh my god.
I think he has to have treatment for the rest of his life.
That's terrible.
He still technically has cancer.
Yeah.
And they're just, they're old. It just comes down to that. And they put out a fucking cool album. Like it's a Sabbath album.
Yeah.
It's not just guys trying to sound like Sabbath. It's them.
Yeah.
But it's, it's not. If I were to rank all my favorite Sabbath albums, it would probably be 6th or 7th out of 9.
Huh.
So it beats out a couple.
Yeah.
Which is better than I was expecting. But yeah, it's got some really cool tracks on here and some really kind of beautiful moments. Like at the end of Dear Father, the last song on the technical album that's not a bonus thing. It ends with rain and thunder and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The way their very first album started was with rain and thunder and stuff.
Aww.
So it's like 43 years later, it comes back around. And I'm like, oh my god, that's a perfect way to bookend their career. And then like 2 days later, I read an interview where they said they're working on the next album. So it's like, fucking hell.
That's...
You had this poetry and you're just like, oh, look at this art. Let's paint it. So yeah, that's my recommendation for the week. And I thought I had one other thing that popped in my head while you were talking about paper.
Paper, grams, cardboard, paper, cardstock, pictures?
No. All right, well, I guess not. I may want to bring it up some other time. But
okay.
So I believe that is the show, Katie. Is that the show, Katie?
It is the show, Katie.
This is a short one. It's only 20 minutes right now. What else?
Yeah.
Right? All right. Well, actually, before we go, will this be up before Saturday?
Before Saturday?
Saturday, yeah. I know it's like an entire...
yeah.
Like many days. This Saturday, June 22nd, the Men Upstairs are playing the Davis Music Festival. That's the band I play bass in. We're playing a new song on it. We're playing a bunch of stuff. And we're also playing the 29th of June in Kenny's in Woodland. Self-pimp there. Why the fuck not?
And my birthday's the 21st. Wish me happy birthday.
So, all our viewers, listeners, wish Katie Lady Meow 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 happy birthday at twitter.com/Lady Laumes. I'm at Ovacore. The show's at BLIPcast. You can email us at blipcast@gmail.com. And we're on Facebook also at BLIPcast. Katie, say bye.
Bye.
Oh, the next time we see you will be Katie Lady Laumes, Chaos of the K. Mezmiro the 21st. Shut up, Katie. You fucked it up. The 22nd, a.k.a. slightly bigger but still little k.
You skip PhD.
All right. People who are always like, it's not Mr. or Miss or Mrs. They're like, it's Doctor. It's like, yeah.
But you just like omitted it completely.
You still pee a certain way. So take that, doctors of the world.
Hopefully none of them operate on you.
I'm probably a while off for operation, so I'm okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, fuck. I have a dentist appointment in August. Do they count as doctors? They joke that they don't, but...
They like to consider themselves doctors. They're like the economists of the, because economics is a social science, but they keep wanting to be a hard science. And they like try and use numbers when numbers aren't really applicable.
Take that, economists.
That's my beef with them. That's why I left them. That's why I'm no longer one of you. Fuck you guys.
Bye.
That's almost as good as the answer for economists, goddammit. I'm kidding again, man. I don't give no fuck about no economists. Another cool thing about switching to this system, if the power goes out, we won't lose all the goddamn audio.
Yay!
More options. Sorry, first three. Okay. Okay, Katie, make noise.
I'm making noise.
I'm Katie Lady Laumes.
No, you're not.
I am.
I am.
I am.
These are very sensitive on this.
Yeah, right? and springy. Dad,
Springy?
Daddy Max, actually. Talk.
Talk. What are you doing to my voice?
No.
You're like depleting it so that I'm like the smaller voice and you're the louder voice, and the people listen to you and not me. And it's pretty much the saddest thing in the world.
Kitty!
Oh, are we screaming now?
Okay, alright, that's fine. Alright, we're gonna go. That's weird. I didn't actually hear anything through the headphones.